Hello, everyone. Hello. I hope that you're all having a fabulous week so far. Sorry, it's adjusting the audio. I hope you can hear okay. Okay. Here we go. All right. Hi, I'm Jacqui. Another week. I cannot believe that we are just about to hit September. This year has completely flown by. I don't know where it has gone. And if I see more of these posts of it's only X number of days until Christmas, I'm probably going to have a panic attack. So stop. We can get in the fall spirit. We can get the holiday season spirit and all of that. Just don't remind me of the number of days left, because all that goes through my head is, oh crap. All right, I got all these things to buy. I still got to pay down one of my credit cards first before Christmas. And so it gives me stress. Anyway, that was a great way to start off a video, right? All right, so bam! This week we're going to talk about Facebook parties. Facebook parties! Who doesn't love a good Facebook party? Maybe you've never tried a Facebook party. Maybe you have tried, and maybe it's flopped. Maybe you haven't gotten any responses. Maybe you just don't know where to start, but you'd like to try one. Maybe you're somewhere in that group of people. So that's what I'm going to try and go over tonight. Obviously, you know, and I don't try not to take up too much of your time. So I'm not going to go into super duper detail, but it'll be more like a high level overview. And I'm going to give you a sneak peek because, you know, into my VIP event, because my Facebook parties are all VIP event. Wow. That just sounded weird when it spewed out of my mouth. I do them VIP style events. So I don't like mass invite like every single person on my friends list, because I truly want it to be more of a VIP experience. And I feel that I get a better response by doing it that way, if that makes any sense at all. And if not, hopefully I can tackle that concept a little bit more when we get to that point. So hang out and we're going to get there. First, we're going to do a quick accountability check-in, because last week we talked about getting organized and updating our business and rebooting and kind of working things out. And so I thought that it would be a good time for me to show you my accountability and how I'm actually following through with what I said I was going to do. So if you haven't watched last week's video yet, it was about organizing your Scentsy business. Something, I don't know. It was probably more fancy sounding when I named it. I don't know. But to give you a little backstory, this is where I started, was like these lists of paper. So every month when I did my sample mail outs, so you guys know I make my samples up of my scent of the month, and I mail these babies out. And so you see I spent, I got my scent of the month and warmer of the month in on Friday. And so I spent, was it Saturday or I want to say it was Sunday. I spent Sunday making samples. So bam, there's, well, all of this minus 20, because I have 20 in my bag. I give out 10 today. I plan to give out at least another 10 to 15 tomorrow. But then the rest of these go in the mail to my mailing list, my sample club or my sample mailing list, whatever you want to call it. But to get organized, because like I said, I embarrassingly showed you how I was doing that, and I didn't feel like I had a good grip on it, and I was constantly thinking that I was forgetting people, and I didn't feel organized. And yes, we have our Scentsy workstations that are amazing and they're fantastic. And I can save all of my customer information there and it's wonderful. And I have this amazing smartphone that does amazing things. And, you know, she's my personal assistant. And yes, I can put everything in there. And yes, I can set reminders to ding at me and tell me when to do something. But it just wasn't meshing. Nothing was meshing for me. I don't know why. Maybe, I don't know. I have this type A OCD mix personality where I have to have change every so often. And so this just happened to be one of those things. I was just like, okay, it's not working. It's not working. I got to time out. I got to reboot. I got to figure something else out. So I made an emergency run to Target, and this is where it landed me. It was with comp books. And so I took comp books and I took 3 of them. And like I said, I talked about this last week, but I have one book that is dedicated to just potential recruits and my team. So I'm not going to show you. I can't show you too much because I have addresses in here. Sorry. And I don't want to share people's information. But in each notebook, I did take an index card and I kind of wrote like what I was going to do with each one. So like the Join Me, Lead Me book. This is where I'm going to write things down for possibility packets. So those are the people who have requested those, and team recognition, agendas and topics, and brainstorming for my YouTube videos, Periscope. I'm trying to do more scoping, and I don't know if any of you guys out there have tried Vimeo. I haven't, but I've been looking for, and so if anybody has ideas, Jacqui is available for ideas. I get so many questions. I sometimes cannot respond to all of them. But I get a lot of questions from people who want help or tips or would love a how-to to do the little pictures that I make and use in my marketing for my business. And I wish I could say that, you know, like I have some graphic arts degree, and I do not. Maybe I should have gone for that. I don't know. There's still time, right? Who's to say you can't take out another college loan? Who says you can't do that? Why not? Why not? But you know, honestly, guys, if I sat here on Adobe all day, I could probably come up with something amazing and picture perfect. But honestly, I'm on the go most of the time, and I'm usually, you know, on my phone in like increments of time. And so I keep apps on my phone, and that's how I make my pictures, is strictly with apps on my phone. I don't use, there's some amazing sites out there like pickmonkey.com. I don't even know what they all are because I don't use them. I don't use them. I think I've used PicMonkey like 3 times, and it was fairly easy to use. I did like it. But it's just when I'm making those, it's just so, I don't know, I'm just in a groove, and I can just do it in like 3 minutes on my phone and be done. So I have my favorite apps that I go to, and then I kind of switch back and forth. But anyway, I'm off topic. Vimeo, I think, might be able to give me the opportunity to record from my phone, because that's where I've been struggling. Like, I would love to give you guys a tutorial video on some of the apps that I use or are currently using, because I do flip-flop. Again, I like change. I do flip-flop in between those a lot. So I will kind of do whatever's trending. But I have no way to like screen capture on my phone. So if any of you amazing people out there know a way for me to screen capture, aside from taking my Surface and trying to hold up my phone to the camera, I mean, I can try that. I don't know how well it's going to do. But anyway, Vimeo, I think might, I don't know. I've never really messed with it too much, but I'll see. That's where those ideas live. Then I've got my party book. So this is where my potential, or not potential. These are actually my booked parties. Again, not going to show people's information. But here's my little note of what's in this book. And it is party time. So it says pouch parties, scent, potential, and follow-up, bag parties, scent, potential, and follow-up, home parties, bookings, Facebook and online parties and follow-up, and when I do my booking blitzes. So I'll be able to track my booking blitzes in here too and refer back to those. And lastly, my labor of love is my the sample love comp book. And again, I got addresses in here, so I'm not going to show you like all that. But I did fill everything out for this month. So I've got my page and a half or a little more ready to go out tomorrow, because Wednesday happens to be my mail out day, so everything's going tomorrow. But so in this book, again, I'm covering for privacy reasons, it says sending sample love. So monthly Scentsy sample mail outs. Wow, say that 3 times fast. Samples to current customers, requests of Scentsy love, add contact info. Oh, that's my reminder to me. Add contact info to iPhone and workstation and retain contact info for samples. And that's simply because, yes, I plan to use this book, to write down everybody's name and their address. I have it in one spot. And that way, so tomorrow when I fill out everything and I'm getting ready to, I'm putting it in the envelopes tomorrow before I go to the post office, I'm going to take my highlighter or another pen and just draw through on, making sure that I got everybody off, because it may be that maybe I run out of stamps, or maybe I literally run out of stamps. There's more people on this list than I have samples for. I don't know. But that way too, I can also look back to go, okay, these are the people that I've already sent the September scent of the month to. So if I get another round of samples going out the door, I'll know not to send to these people because they've already gotten it. Anyway, so there you go. So you see the upgrade from the pieces of paper, the sad, embarrassing pieces of paper, to the notebooks. So that's what I went to this week. So far, it's working well. I'm a visual person, so it's working well for me. So I'm happy with that. I mean, hey, I'm willing to try anything. You know what I mean? I'm willing to try. So, all right. So where are we at? This is literally the last week of the month for August. So we only have, now less than a week to get 10% off, and to make sure that our customers are aware of the scents that are discontinuing and retiring, and the warmers that are discontinuing and retiring. Now, for the scents, lucky for us, the scents, because this is a pretty popular question that comes up. When the scents retire, that's what how I like to refer to it, because these scents that are going away at the end of August are retiring, and it's kind of like Disney, right? You know how Disney does their movies? They will release the movies and then they will put them in the Disney vault, and that's where they will live until a special release. And then they will release them for a limited time, so you can grab them if you want, or if you're quick enough. And then they go back into the Disney vault, and that's where they live. So I like to think that there's this amazing Scentsy vault in Meridian, Ohio, or Idaho, where Scentsy lives. And all of these amazing retired scents live in the fabulous Scentsy vault. It's a pretty picture, right? I think so. So these guys will go and live in the Scentsy vault. Now, the thing is, the difference between the warmers and the scents being discontinued is the warmers just don't ever come back. Normally what happens, again, I am not with Scentsy Corporate, so I can't, tell you this is exactly how it will be. But normally how it happens is when we come to the end of a catalog, whatever stock that they happen to have left over, normally it will go into the closeout section of your website. So if you do have some customers who completely missed the boat and are not paying attention this week and are not answering the phone calls that you're making to them, or your text messages, or seeing your Facebook post or anything like that, and suddenly they're like, oh, I had no idea they were going away. Well, They might get lucky because, like I said, until they officially sell out of all the stock that they have, 9 times out of 10, it will live in closeout on your workstation, and they'll be able to grab them there. Sometimes with the bars too, but not so much. But with the bars, whenever bars retire, a couple of things can happen, right? One, they can just retire and never ever return again, which is sad. Sad, Scentsy sense. Two, they can retire, but when we do bring back my bar, which happens twice a year, normally it happens in January and it happens in July. This year it happened in June, but it does still happen 2 times a year. So those retired scents do get thrown into the mix of all of that. So sometimes they might come back and bring back my bar. So we might get lucky and have the opportunity to get those again. And 3, lastly, our last resort of ever being able to get those is if they're more of like the really popular ones or something like that, ones that just, are great Scentsy scents, selling wise, not just because they're great, but selling wise, they very well might come back in the next spring and summer catalog. Ones that I can usually count on returning are like Kahika Hula. I'm trying to think off the top of my head everything that's on that list, but like Kahika Hula is like completely in my mind because I only know because I love that scent personally. So I always look forward to it every single spring and summer when it comes back. But make sure that you're reminding those customers. And so what I decided I was going to do, because yes, I'm reminding my customers as much as I possibly can, but if they're busy like me, then yeah, they may not live on Facebook and they may not live on Instagram or Twitter or YouTube or anything like that. And they're not seeing it, right? So what I did is I thought, okay, it's the last week of the month. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do a Facebook party for the last week. And so what I'm doing is I'm doing a week-long Facebook party that will end on the 31st. So I thought tonight this was a perfect opportunity to be able to share and literally let you guys see what my Scentsy party looks like. Now, obviously, it's still like in the middle of things. So if your expectations are way up here, that's great. But you're not going to see too much because it just started 2 days ago or a day and a half ago or something. And again, because this is one that's continuing. You can do Facebook parties a couple of different ways, right? And of course, any way that you want to do this. This is your business, right? These are just my suggestions. But I've done it a couple of different ways, right? I have done a Facebook party where it is like a wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. It is a, 1 to maybe 2 hour long Facebook party. And people need to be online and they need to be knowing, when this is going to happen and they need to be ready for it. You want to be able to schedule those at like key times that, people are going to be home. Like maybe it's a Saturday afternoon, or maybe it's a early Friday evening kind of thing. Or maybe it's a Sunday afternoon. You just kind of have to gauge your customers and your Facebook friends to know when are they more likely to be online. And maybe just ask them, when is the time that you have like the time to just, hang out around on Facebook? When do you play around on Facebook? And most of the time people have an idea for you. So you can do one of those, right? And I've done those before and I've had success with those, right? They've done really well, right? I've also done mystery host parties online on Facebook. And for those of you not familiar with what a mystery host party is, it's basically where, and this is again how I do mine. It's basically where you do a party. Like for example, I'm doing this Facebook party, and maybe I wanted to call it my mystery host Facebook party. And so everybody who would order, become a part of this party and order on it. What I do is I then take all of their names. And you can either do it a couple of different ways. There's like a random generator, contest app thing you can get on the computer. Or literally put their names in like a bag or a hat and draw them out. And You can either split up the host reward. So once you have the party totaled, so the party is done, you put everybody's name in the bag or the hat and you draw a name, and you either pick one person to take all the host rewards, or you can actually even split them up and say, okay, the first person I'm drawing is going to get all the product credit that is earned on this party. And the next name I'm drawing is going to get the first half price reward for this party. And the third name I'm going to draw is going to get the second half price reward for this party. And then who's going to host a party? Because any of you who hosted a party, I want you to message me now. And then I'll put their names in another basket, and then I'll draw that for the perpetual party reward or something. You know, you can split it up or give it all to one person. And that's what you would call a mystery host party, because nobody knows who the host is until all is said and done, right? That's like the concept of it. So you've got the way to do that. And then I've also done like a flash Facebook sale. I did that last season, where I did it for a shorter amount of time. I want to say like 2 days, and it was almost like, and you guys have probably seen them before, like literally like a flash sale, right? Like, okay, this is the warmer I'm showcasing, or these are the scents that I'm showcasing. And I did like this flash sale. All you have to do is just say yes, or say number one, you know, and I had like pictures, like maybe 4 different warmers in one picture and a number by each one. And I said, okay, if you like this warmer, all you have to do is just pick the number of the warmer that you like and comment with that number. And then what I did is at the end of the party, then I just went through each comment and said, oh, okay, hi, Christina. I see that you wanted number 2, which happens to be the Chasing Fireflies warmer. I don't know, I'm making things up off the top of my head right now. You know, and I saw that you wanted that. And I saw that you also commented when I showed the 6-pack of bars. So go ahead and pick out, do you have your 6 bars ready that you'd like to get for that 6-pack? You know, helping them along. And so basically going on more on a one-on-one basis after the party, after it was the flash party ended, the time frame was over, and then reaching out to each one of those guests individually, getting their order, collecting their payment. And I actually use PayPal, so that way I can very easily just give them my email address, or I can send them an invoice for their payment. And then that way I had everything and I could place their orders. Or if they were local, I was just like, hey, I'll swing by and get your money tomorrow or whatever when I'm out running around. I did a flash sale. This one is another style that I do where, like I said, it's longer span of time. So this one was for exactly a week. And so I'm just literally spreading the love throughout the week. And some tips that I have for you for Facebook parties. I think there is some etiquette when it comes to Facebook parties, because I don't know about you guys, but, you know, I have a lot of friends on Facebook who do other direct selling things. I have other friends on Facebook who host other direct selling parties. Okay. I'm not the only direct seller that they know, right? I'm not the only product that they love. So they do host parties for other people. But I personally, and this is me personally, when I get like this random invite to a party that I know nothing about, and granted, yes, some of the direct selling companies I have heard of, some I have no flipping clue what they even sell. All I see is like this name, like so-and-so has invited you to the blah, 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 blah bash. And I'm like, I don't have any clue what they're even selling. Why would I go to something I have no idea what it even is? But I don't like doing or getting like those blind invites, right? And when you get to if you click yes that you're going, and you get in there and you see that there's 550 people were invited, and you're like, oh, well, I apparently was just a part of a mass mailing list. And that's kind of how you feel, right? You kind of feel like lost in the crowd, like, wow, she just invited everyone she knew and their brothers and their brother's brother. So you just kind of feel like lost in the mix. Like, do I even really count? I don't even really feel like I was supposed to be here. Oh my gosh, sorry. had to readjust. I think a couple of weeks of bad back pain. So sometimes I just gotta readjust. Anyway, sorry, my pain got me off track. It got me off track. I'm trying to readjust quickly. Okay. Oh, it's awful. Okay. Going to the surgeon tomorrow, I promise. So I don't like to be a part of those and get invited to like this mass party. So I don't do that with my Facebook parties, right? Like I said, I keep mine all strictly VIP style. And what I mean by VIP style is that means I keep it as a private event and I only do it by invite. And you can, like, again, I'm not dictating how you do yours or how you want to do yours or whatever works for you. Whatever works for you is my philosophy. But these are just the things that I have found that have helped me be more successful with mine. So take what you will, take the bits that you think might work or the whole thing that you think might work, or you've never tried it, you want to try it a different way, try it. If you're comfortable doing it the way that you're doing it, do it the way that you're doing it by all means. There's no reason to change something if it's not broken. But it did take me a few times to figure out a nice little rhythm for my Facebook parties because, like I said, I've done handfuls of them over the years, and some have completely flopped where I have gotten 0 sales. I've had, pretty decent parties that will range like in the 200 range. I've had a couple really great ones that hit like the $450 mark. So, it all just kind of depends in that magical way of, all the stars aligned. You invited the right people and you caught them at the right time, or you were, you made it exciting enough to where they wanted to come and they invited their friends and, they had a great time or whatever it was. It all worked. So sometimes, I don't want you guys to get discouraged if you haven't tried one or if you have before and it flopped. You have to have flops to get to the successes, just like with anything in life. And just like with anything in Scentsy, right? You may ask somebody to join. You may ask 5 people today to join, and all 5 completely blow you off and stick their nose up in the air and walk away. And tomorrow you might go out and ask another 5 different people. And you could get 5 different people that say, oh my gosh, I love Scentsy. I'm so glad you asked. Tell me about how I need to join. And you can end up with 5 recruits tomorrow. You just never know. So you have to continue to work it and ask and try new things. Bottom line, that's what you have to do, right? We have to adapt and we have to keep going, because if we all succeeded on the very first try, we would all be star directors sitting here today, right? And superstar directors, and we'd be living in lavish houses and, vacationing on every single free vacation that Scentsy offers. And that's where we would all be. And it would be amazing. We'd have tunnels to each other's houses. It's going to be so cool. But not everything works out on the first try. So we have to keep trying, and we have to keep plugging along, and we have to, step back, take a time out. Sometimes it takes making a notebook. But the same thing with your Facebook parties. So again, if you tried one and it didn't work and it didn't go so well, try it another way. What's it going to hurt? What is it truly going to do to hinder you? Absolutely nothing, right? Same reason when you're asked, or same concept when you're asking somebody to join your team and they say no, or host a party and they say no. It didn't hurt you. It didn't cost you money to ask them that. It didn't, anything. It just, okay, fine. No problem. I have more people over here I can go ask. So it's okay. Try it a different way. But like I said, this time I'm doing a week long. So, but with some of my tips, like I said, first of all, don't do a mass invite. I know you want to, and I know you're dying to. Don't. Please don't. Please don't. I mean, you can. That's fine. I don't suggest it, though. Like I said, and it's only because for me personally, when I get mass invited to all of these things, I'm just like, oh, okay, yeah. And maybe it's something that I really truly want or need. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I've been dying for somebody to have a party of that so I could buy that. And maybe that's what it is. And maybe I do go in there and buy something, and that's great. But at the same time, I think with our Scentsy business, I think that's kind of what sets us apart is we are all about creating relationships with people. And by creating relationships with people, we're creating that level of trust and respect and courtesy. And so, like I said, for me, I don't like those mass invites. So I'm certainly not going to give the complete opposite of what I would want to somebody else. Right? I'm not going to do that mass invite to anyone else, any of my friends, because then what's going to happen? It's going to be like the cry wolf concept, right? Chicken Little's going to pop into my head, and they're just going to be like, oh my gosh, well, she invites me to like everything. So I just say no because it's crazy. I don't want to be in a group with like, 250 other people. It's not what I want. I don't want them to feel that way, and I don't want anyone to I don't want it to come across that way. So I recommend that. I think it is also very important that, and this goes with social media marketing in general, but I think that yes, we should use social media for marketing. I think it's wonderful. It's great. It works very well for me in my business. That's mainly the platform that my business runs on is social media in and of itself. Probably, I don't know, 80 to 90% of my business is all social media based. So that's kind of where my focus lies. But, just because you're inviting people, another adjustment. Just because you're inviting people to your Facebook party on Facebook, it does not mean that should be the only way that you're inviting them, especially if these are people that you've made connections with, right? So it doesn't hurt to, maybe go ahead and invite people, but then go back and start trying to touch base with them. Maybe send them a quick private message, or if you've got their phone number, send them a quick text or an email, whatever it is that you might have for them, and just say, hey, thanks for accepting the invite to my Facebook party. I'm so excited to be able to share this with you. And, if you have any questions, let me know at any time, and try and reach out to them in some sort of fashion or another. You can also take that opportunity because remember, this is more of a one-on-one communication, right? Whether you're private messaging, you're texting, you're calling, or you're emailing them. So it's a really great opportunity to be able to be within Scentsy guidelines and be able to say, hey, thank you so much for accepting the invite to my Facebook party. I'm so excited. It's going to go on for this entire week. I have to close it by the 31st because that's the last day of the month. But I also want to let you know that if you, because this is a VIP event, now you, as one of my VIPs, if you refer somebody to my party and they order, then you are going to get a special gift from me. I can do that because I'm doing it on a private one-on-one thing. I'm not doing it, even though the Facebook party is private. I know this is where it gets muddy and tricky. Even though that's private, we still can't do it within the Facebook group. We need to follow the rules, and that's just one of the rules. I don't make them, I just follow them. So it really, truly, truly needs to be in a one-on-one contact to be able to do those kind of specials, right? Because not every consultant can do that. Okay, not every consultant can do it. So always keep that rule in the back of your mind. If not every consultant can do this, then I can't either. That means it's against the rules. I'm breaking the rules. So it's a really good rule of thumb to try and figure out if you're overstepping the line or not. So don't just rely on the method of the invite alone. Okay, don't do it because you're going to get a less response that way. Okay. Another tip that I have very quickly is to Make sure that you are staying active in your Facebook event. Whether your Facebook event is 1 hour, whether it is 2 days, whether it's a week long like mine is right now, you need to be making sure that you're keeping it active. Because what happens when you create a Facebook event, you don't post in it? The people who saw the invite and did say they were going are like, what the heck's happening? There's nothing happening here. Okay, ignore or leave or whatever. They're going to lose interest very quickly, right? We need to keep their interest. So we need to be piquing their interest. Whether it's just something fun. You can even post something that's completely not even Scentsy related. Post some like America's Funniest Home Video clip on there of some dog chasing its tail or something. I don't know. Just anything to get attention, right? You just want to pique their interest of things that are happening within your Facebook event. That's the way to retain your guests in a Facebook event. You're not there live. You're not talking to them one-on-one. You're not standing in front of them in their living room having like a home party. You are literally doing this over the computer. So again, what happens if you don't see it happening, you're going to forget that it's happening. And that's what's going to happen to your customers. They're going to forget. They're going to lose interest. They're going to move on to the next thing. So retain those guests. And that's the only way to do that is to keep their attention. Strictly it. All right, so let me hop on here and we're going to do a quick screen share. And I'm going to give you guys a peek into my current Facebook party. All right. Whoa, whoa. See the fireworks? Exciting. Okay. Sorry. This is, oops. Hello, stylist. Pay attention. Please play along. Okay. Let's go to events. Dun, 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 dun. Here we go. Pay no attention to my theme music. It changes from day to day. Any day now, Facebook. There we go. Okay. So here is my Facebook event. You will see that I started this yesterday. I said it's scheduled to start yesterday at 6 o'clock. And it's running, like I said, until August 31st. I went ahead and did the cutoff at 10 a.m. because why? Well, because first of all, that's the end of the month. And I really don't like to close parties on the end of the month, but I wanted to allow plenty of time for people to get onto this Facebook party and check everything out. But that is another reason, that I set the end time for in the morning, because if nothing else, I want to try and close this thing as soon as I possibly can on Monday. It's the end of the month and it's a Monday. OMG, I'm insane. So the first thing you want to do is set your dates. So again, whether that's going to be just an hour, whether it's going to be 1 or 2 days, whether it's going to be a week-long event like this. The location, I always just try and make it something fun to wherever you are, because it doesn't matter where you are. It's Facebook. And then this is the about or the description of the event, right? So basically what I'm doing is trying to give them a quick synopsis of what is about to happen. So what I have done is I have actually set up a direct link, and let's go ahead and click on that there. I have set up a direct link to my Scentsy official website. I hope this is showing. Sometimes when it opens new windows, it doesn't show, so I hope it is. But I gave them the exact link to the party. Now you can always see whenever you go to on your website, my open parties, and it will show you the event. So like this says current party, right? So obviously that tells me I've got the right, my link works. So that means when they come here, they're automatically taken to this party. So I know, well, I'm pretty sure anyway, that when they're placing their order, it's all going to still stay attached to this Facebook party, because that's how I'm going to track my guests, right? I want to track the orders for this party. Because as I've alluded to here, there are surprises. And of course, I can't give surprises within my Facebook event. Even though this is a private event and is by invite only, I still can't get in here and completely like sell the farm, right? I can't do that. It has to be done in a private means of communication. So you'll see, you know, again, I started this yesterday. So did a tip here. I try and do fun, you know, fun pictures. You know, well, it is 10% off this month. It's true. There's my reminder, you know, again, of the sale. I think this is the initial post. Yes, it was. Because there's like my tagline picture that I created. And that's kind of it. Again, I just started this yesterday, so that's why. But as you can see, I already had, you know, I did a couple posts yesterday. I've done a couple posts today because that was earlier today. This was just 4 hours ago. I might do like one more before night's end. And then, you know, I usually do between 2 to 3 posts a day of some sort. And I want to kind of mix them up, right? So like, here's a tip. This was just a tip post. Okay. I'm not selling them anything. I'm giving them tips. This was just a subtle, cute little reminder. It's 10% off this month. Same thing with this, right? Because that's the whole point of this party, is for me to remind them this is the last week to get it 10% off, right? And so tomorrow I'm going to focus more on the scents that are discontinuing and the warmers that are discontinuing. Again, this is going to continue to go on for the entire week. So I'm going to still be reaching out. You can see I've only invited 48 people, and these 48 people are people who I personally know, or these are people who have shown interest in Scentsy or have ordered from me previously that are friends of mine on my personal Facebook. Now, that's another question that I get asked a lot, is when I'm doing a Facebook party, should I do it, you know, because like I have a fan page and then I have my personal page. How should I do it? Well, it truly doesn't matter. Again, there's no rules. This is, you know, however it is you want to do it. But I have better luck. And again, just my 2 cents here. I have better luck doing it from my personal Facebook because of the fact that I have built more personal relationships on my personal Facebook, right? These are people that either I know in person, or I have contact with them. Sorry, text message from my director. Yay, I'm on goal for this month. Woo-woo. My director's awesome. Anyway, so, you know, I tend to have better luck by getting more people that I know, and I have better relationships through my personal Facebook. But I have done it through my fan page before. It has, you know, I've had successful parties that way too. So again, it doesn't mean that it's not going to work. It just means this works better for me. It might work better for you to do it opposite. So try different ways. Again, guys, what is this doing aside from me taking some time to put up some posts and follow up with people who are responding to my posts, right? That's all it's doing. I didn't schedule a babysitter to come over and watch my child. And, you know, my husband didn't have to take off work. So I go host a party for a night and then nobody showed up. This is literally me being at home with my back being out, and I also have endometriosis that is flaring up at the same time. What a joy it is to be me physically. You know, so right now for me, I kind of have to take it easy, and this is a really great way for me to still work my business and still be able to take it easy and let my body kind of rest when I need to let it rest. So, no excuses with Scentsy, guys. No excuses. You can do it. You can do it. Let's see here. You can do, now if you guys are going to do, if let's see here. I was trying to think of how I should do this because unfortunately, and I did try it earlier, because what I will do is if like I'm doing a flash party or if I'm doing a party that's going to be like only a couple hours, I will usually write up my script. And by script, it basically means that I am setting up my posts in advance. Because the one drawback Facebook has right now with these, I'm just posting a little picture here so you guys can see it in real time. And I don't even know what to say at this. I don't know. We're just gonna post it. Where was I? Lost my train of thought. The whole point of being able to do these in like a quick way is to like have Word open and actually type out what you want to say. So like here in this post, right, I had all of this that I was saying. That was all typed up. So all I had to do was when I added this picture earlier today, all I had to do is add the picture and then go to Word, copy, come back into here, add the picture, click paste in the description, and bam, there it was, right? I took Saturday and I sat there and I wrote up some little, you know, fun little quips that I could put in with pictures, right? That's all I did. And you don't have to do that. It's just for me, because again, I'm more mobile during the week. It's just so much easier for me to just very quickly get in there, copy paste the words that I want, insert the picture, and I'm done. And I'm not having to sit there and think about it and put too much thought into it. Because unlike on my regular Facebook page, my personal Facebook page, so when I do anything here, I'm trying to click on you. When I do anything here, and I'm just picking something at the moment just to pick something because I want you to see it. Come on. Oh, it's gone. Nope, there it is. Phew. Well, I got scared for a second. Okay, see this little clock right here? It says set date and time of your post. That is how you can schedule your post when you want it to actually go, right? The month. Hi, it's August. Today is the 25th. There we go. It even lets you choose the hour. This is all kind of new, guys. I don't know. It used to just say schedule, and I could just quickly put it in. But, you know, Facebook does updates all the time. I don't need a minute. Oh, what the heck. We'll do it at 10:10. So this post is going to schedule to be, it's going to post at this time, right? And we're going to do that. I'm going to hit post and then watch it. Oh, see there. See, they did change it a little. See right here, it says in 5 minutes. So that means in 5 minutes, this is going to post to my page. So it's not live yet, but it will be in 5 minutes. Don't know why they did that. On my fan page, let's see if they changed that too. Because the schedule post option, they said, unfortunately, it is not there for events. That would make this a whole heck of a lot easier to do a Facebook event and just literally schedule everything. If and when that happens, I promise to let you know. I promise. Okay, let's do this again. So, photo, video, photo, photo, photo. There we go. This is what I wanted to show you. Really? Jeez. Now it wants to do like 3 things at once because it's trying to catch up. Wow. Sorry, guys. Come on, Facebook, pay attention. I'm clicking you. Okay. Right here, this little down arrow, see where it says schedule? That's where I can schedule it. This is what I meant, but this is what my personal page used to have. No, it does not. I don't know why. And we're going to schedule this for like tomorrow morning because it's silly to do it tonight. So I'm going to do it tomorrow morning. And I'm just going to change that to AM instead of schedule. And now, see where it says I've got one scheduled post for tomorrow at 10:16 a.m. And I can actually look at it, edit it again, delete it, whatever I would needed to do if that's what I wanted to do. So anyway, there we go. There we go. And we're back. Gosh, I really hope that worked. I hope that worked. I had some techie problems a couple of weeks ago, so we're going to say that it did. All right, so Facebook parties. You can totally do Facebook parties. Any way that you want to do them, just do them. Try them, do them. What is it costing you? Nothing. It's not costing you any money. It might be costing you time to sit down and make posts and invite people and remind them, hey, I'm having a Facebook party this week. Don't forget, stop in, buy something. Use the link that I have posted there. Whatever you want to do. And it's a really great and easy way to, like I said, for people like me who right now, I'm broken, right? I'm broken. I got some flare-ups going on with my body. So it's kind of restricting me and my movement, and I'm moving like a turtle, and I have to have a heating pad on me at all times. And like right now, I have like one of those little thermocare things like wrapped around me because I don't want to be plugged into a heating pad. I'm a hot mess, literally a hot mess right now. But do you see what I'm doing? I'm working my business. There's not a whole lot of work that I can do in this world where I can do it this way when I'm broken and not feeling well. Scentsy is amazing in that way. So don't let it hinder you. Don't let it be a crutch, and don't let it be an excuse, because you guys can totally rock this. Okay. Totally rock this. The majority of my business is all done social media. Okay. I don't do home parties. I would love to do more, but I just don't do them. I don't do them. They don't work for my customers. They really don't work for my schedule. So I don't get to do a whole heck of a lot of them. So this is how my business works. This is it. It's very, very, very possible for you to also have the same ability to get this done. Okay. No holds barred. Get out there, make those connections with people. And as you start to make more and more connections, you're going to start to see more and more results from those connections. As with anything in life, I mean, you just are. You have to be real. And my motto is be you. So be you, whatever that is. If it's crazy, type A personality, me, do that. If that's not you, then don't be something that you're not. Just be genuine, be authentic, be you, and let your personality shine. And I guarantee you that when your personality shines through and people see that genuine you, they're going to have such a more positive reaction back to you and what you're doing and being there to support you in your business. So I only wish you guys the best of success. Again, these are just tips. And I'm sorry for running over yet again on time. But if you guys have questions, don't hesitate to comment. The video will be here on YouTube, so you can comment there. You can grab me on social media and get those out to me. And I'll be more than happy to answer those questions, because you guys know that's what I do. I'm here to help you. I want us all to succeed. I really do. I want us all to be earning the trip to Disney World. I want us all to be going to Nashville for Scentsy Family Reunion next year. I want us all to be there. I want to see you. Okay. Much success to you. So plan it out. Decide what you want to do. Have some fun with it. Play around with it. And who cares if nobody shows up? If nothing else, you're getting some practice in on doing a Facebook party. Never know. So until next time, Hope those ideas were a little bit helpful. In the meantime, I'm going to work on figuring out a way to show y'all how to do my pictures that I do on my phone. I don't know how it's going to work. I make no promises, but I will tell you I am trying. So until next week, I hope you all have a great one. Stay safe. Don't be broken like me. And peace, love, happiness. Have a great one. I'll see you next week. Bye.